Good morning. Sorry, I'm only a minute late, but sorry I'm late. Okay. So, I have our minute mystery. I got to get that posted today. I had a video that I was going to post, but I didn't like it, so I didn't post it. And so I can take that off the list because I didn't like it. And I worked on the dupes. Let's see. 2 sets of dupes. So one is this one. And I did it 2 ways. $8, and my way is pennies. So I'm doing a video on that. Over there. And then the other one is he came out with this thing called File Cards 2. It's not file cards. It's like a pocket and coin envelope and a little thing and a library pocket. So it's nothing new. But I went ahead and of the, I don't know, like 5 things I think that were in there, I duped 1, 2, 3 of those, and then I did a dupe on his little file folders because he also, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of those because one is a coin envelope and the other one is just the same file that he did upright, like a light, and then there's a library card, so that's stupid. And then he has a whole pack of these file folders, and so I did some of those too, and I'm going to do the measurements on them. Okay, so that video also needs to get filmed this week. Anything else? I am working on the Afghan, and let me take my pills. I got a Temu haul. Let's talk about the Temu haul. Okay. Okay, Temu. So the first thing I got were these. And I thought I only ordered 1, but there were 2 in there. Get it all over here. This is for the sewing machine. You put this on your sewing machine, and it's got a magnet. You put it on your sewing machine, and you put it where you want your seam to be, so that when you fold it under, it helps straighten your seam. Got it for my granddaughter because she's learning how to use a sewing machine. I got these. These are for when you snore. You put that in your nose, and it's supposed to hold your nose open. I don't know how, because it's really flimsy. But, you know, it's going to be one of those things we check, you know, kind of things. And then I got this, which is, it's like a door lock for when you stay in a hotel. So you put this in the, you know, like the little slot where the deadbolt catches. And then you take this little piece, which is elastic, and you put it in like right at where the door is. And like that. And then it keeps the door from being able to be pushed open. So got that. You know, I stay in hotels a lot. I'm a single lady. So I got me that. Then I got this, which is a die set. And I think I have something very similar to it. I'm going to check. But I think I have one of these. So I don't know. And then I got these. And these are all in German. 30 pieces in here. And this is supposed to be like you throw one of these in the toilet and you let it sit there for a minute and then you can clean the toilet. And it's supposed to like foam up and scrub your toilet. Apparently you can also put it in like mop buckets and it, you know, it's like soap. We thought we'd try those. Then I got this. And I'll be honest, I got this and there was like 12 of these in the listings. This was the cheapest one. And it's exactly the same as the others. So, hey, Renee, how you been, honey? So it's a stitch book for embroidery. And it shows you how to do all the different embroidery stitches. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How to do, you know, all the stuff. Chain stitching, straight stitching, how to do cross stitching, fly stitching, different kinds of satin stitches and things like that. I got that. I thought it was kind of cool. So I grabbed that. We'll see what it does. And then I got these. Now, when I looked at these were paper. And when I got them, they are plastic. But, you know, I'm really careful. I look at all of the listing because I don't like these PVC, you know, these plastic shiny stickers. And so I had looked at it and they were paper, and then I got them and they're the shiny plastic. And I hate that. So those are probably going to go in Happy Meals. Whew. What else did I get? Oh, these. So I ordered these little kitty paper clips. And I'm glad they're here because we're going to put them in the Grimoire. Okay, so I did say we needed to try these, test these out. I haven't done a test video with them yet, but I have used them just so I can be familiar with them. I used them in my daily, and they work pretty good. Silver pieces. So I'm going to do the video on those. I'll get to it. And what else? Oh, yeah. These little guys. Oh my God, they're so cute. I ordered a bag of these. Little giveaway toys, you know. Mike says it's very pleasing to squish the heads. Squish the head. So I got a whole bag of those. So those are going to be in the, you know, the sale stuff. Anyway, that's what we've got. That's where we're at. That is, I think that was everything. I'm pretty sure that was everything. Oh, I got some tissue paper, but I've already put it away. Oh, wait, there's a piece of it here. Yeah, I got some tissue paper. It doesn't all look like this. I have other ones as well. I got like 4 or 5 different ones. So I got those. Okay, that's everything. Let's get the Grimoire up. All right, so we are working on this Grimoire. Let me get this out, all of this good stuff. Okay. All right. Boop. So, all right. So let's take a look at where we are. So this first part is the read. And so this is the part, you know, where you write in, you know, personal things. So we got some journal cards, not a lot, not heavily done here. We did not do this heavy. Why? Because this is a personal book. It should be filled out by the person who is using it as their record, and it shouldn't have a whole bunch of other stuff in it. So heavy on the washi tape, light on the everything else, okay? So we got another little tuck up here, little flip out journaling space there. This is not a tuck, it's just an image. And then more paper for writing, more writing. We still have to finish the top of this little tag. So we'll finish that. Let's get some trim down for that. Carla! Oh. Okay. I get Arlene's box here. And let's pick a color for this. Where's my scissors? All right. All right. Put that there. Writing space, writing space, writing space. And we did that little card there with the frame over it. And then this whole section I'm not touching because this is all just for spell writing. So we're not going to mess with that spot. Then this is your Sabbat or Sabbats. You took a personal day? Ooh. All right. So then this is where you're going to be putting like rituals. So, you know. Now, here's the thing. These things, don't go over to Etsy and buy this. These things are free. Okay? It's religious literature. It is free. Just put in the read and you'll get 50 or 60 different versions of how this is done. This is not the whole read. It is the short abridged version because the whole one is like 3 pages long. But this is like the quick version, you know? But you can pick this up for free anywhere on the internet. Okay? Same thing with the spell pages. These, if you just put in spell pages into a search engine, it's going to come up with like 40 or 50 different free images for spell pages. So please don't go over to Etsy and buy these things. Wheel of the Year, same thing. Put in the Wheel of the Year. You're going to come up with a whole bunch of these types of things where you can pick one that suits you and be able to do that. So this section is the ritual section. So we're not really heavily decorating this section per se, but we are, you know, doing a little bit in here. Mostly stamping it, and, you know, we have some flip outs and stuff like that. So we're just doing a little bit of decorating in here, not a lot. And then that's the end of that one. And then this is just like the extra section where you can just write your personal stuff in. So this section we are decorating. So we do have some stuff going on back here. We're going to go ahead. This is my personal graphic I made that one myself. And then we have a little kitty up here, which is good that we got our paper clips in because this is mostly kitties in this journal. But there's a little tuck over here, a little card. We have another tag here, needs a top. I think we're going to go with green on this one. This whole section, the theme basically is like the tree of life. So we have a lot of that going on in here. Pocket, image, little stamping. Love this, the gold and the silver brought together. Very God and goddess. So we went ahead and included those here. Some more writing space, a little bit of drawing space because, you know, coloring because it's meditative, you know. And then we have a nice little pocket here and a nice journal card there. And then another tree of life here. Lots more space. We still have decorating to do in this section. Yeah, we're probably not getting this done today, right? Okay. Another tree of life. Another one. We got a pocket here that still needs something in it. Still haven't done anything with the rest of this. We have this big pocket here with a little pocket there. So we're going to get that done. And then again, that's my graphic on the back. So let's come into the ritual section and see what, if anything, we want to do in here. I'm thinking we want to keep this page down. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of our little kitty paper clips on there. Just to keep it down, not really to decorate. So, you know, just kind of feeling out where things are and what we might want to add to this. And I don't know why, but this one just stood out. It said put me here. So I'm going to put this one on here. A little bit of glue, because I don't know about you, but my stickers are never sticky. They're tacky, but they don't stay, you know. Just a little bit of glue to reinforce that. And I'm going to put this down here. I'm not going to cover that 13. That's cool. A little bit there. And then we're going to do some washi. Where did I put all the washi for this? Oh, I put it in the extra box. Yep, there it is. Okay, let me get the washi out. Can't add the washi if I put the washi away. Okay. All right, we'll talk about that. What a freaking scam. Okay. So, may or may not know, Hubbard needed a tooth extracted. You know, as in emergency. So we get an appointment, an emergency appointment to see the dentist, which was on Monday. It's he's only off Sunday and Monday. Okay. So he got the appointment to go in on Monday. They didn't have anything on Sunday, so they took him in on Monday. So we drive up there. It is not around the corner. It is way up on the other side. And so we drive up there. We go in. They come out. They're like, all right, well, we're going to do the x-ray and stuff. And then, you know, we'll come out and you know, and then we'll get the treatment plan and we'll tell you if there's going to be any copay. He said, okay. So the girl comes out. She goes, well, your insurance covers the visit and it covers the x-rays and a cleaning. So that part's covered. So once the doctor looks at the x-rays and everything and we get a treatment plan, then we'll be able to tell you how much it's going to cost. And we're like, okay. So we go in there. He goes in. I wait out front. About 20 minutes later, half hour later, the nurse comes back out and she goes, he needs you. So I get up and I go in the back, and really what he needs is he needs his wallet because he shoved it in my purse because, yeah, I'm the pack mule. And
only when I can't pay.
So I've got, you know, his stuff. And
those seats are not conducive to comfort when you're got a 1-inch thick wallet on grass.
So he's got he's in there, and she's like, it's going to be, it was like $87. So I was like, okay. So I get his credit card out. We pay the $87. She's like, the tooth isn't salvageable, so we're going to be extracting it, and $87 isn't covered. And I was like, okay, fine. So I'm going to cover, you know, the $87. So I pay the $87.
I told her, here, use this card.
And I pay it, and then I go back out front. And like 10 minutes later, he comes out, and I'm like, oh, good. That was quick.
No.
I'm like, you better? And he goes, no. I was like, ooh. What the hell? Apparently, they took his blood pressure, and his blood pressure was high. So the doctor would not extract the tooth. First off, I've never been to a dentist and had them take my blood pressure. Like, what the hell is that about? And that was the first thing. And then hi, Christine. So we paid the $87. They took his blood pressure and said that they wouldn't take the tooth because he had high blood pressure. We know he has high blood pressure. He takes medication for it. So the doctor refuses to do the extraction, but wants him to go to his doctor and get a clearance. Now, first off, they could have just faxed this over to the doctor, at which point the doctor's office probably would have just signed it off and sent it back. But no. They give us a sheet of paper. So we go, and the guy, their manager, their office manager, he's like, yeah, you just go to like urgent care or something. Just get somebody to sign on this. So we go to our doctor's office. Our doctor, who was just out getting a knee replacement, is now on vacation till November. At least till the end of November, because that's the first available appointment I could get. And so we go over to the urgent care. The one that's right there attached to our doctor's office is full because even the nurse practitioner who's in there, the physician's assistant, can't see him until after the appointment. Why? I don't understand. All they need is this piece of paper signed that says that, yes, he has high blood pressure and he is being treated. So he goes to a different urgent care, and they won't do it because they're like, no, you have to get your doctor to fill this out. We can't fill this out because we don't know, you know, what your regular treatment plan is and yada, 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 yada. So he cannot get this piece of paper filled out. And he has an appointment come this Sunday to go back to get the tooth extracted. So he still has this tooth in his mouth which is killing him. And oh yeah, let's not forget that having a bad tooth is not good for your heart. You know, it can cause heart issues. But they still won't take the damn thing out. So they gave him an antibiotic. And sent him home. I have to tell you, I have had every tooth in my mouth has been pulled. I have never, not once, not ever, had my blood pressure taken for an extraction. I have had multiple oral surgeries. Never had to have blood taken. Yeah, that's going to be my next rundown because our doctor is actually through UMC. So, yeah, my next course of action is to do a walk-in down there. Because Mama's done playing. But I'm telling you, it's a scam because I'm supposed to have the surgery on my hands. You know what's stopping me from having that surgery? I'm being stubborn because they're going to do it under local anesthetic, which means they're going to put an injection into my hand to numb my hand where they're going to cut me. And it's going to be a 1-inch incision. And not even, it's like a 1/2 inch of incision right here on my wrist. They're going to go in, they're going to release the thing that's causing the problem with both of my hands. And that's it. They're just going to numb around where they're going to do this procedure. I said, what is the anesthesia that we're using? And he goes, oh, it's a local. We're going to use like lidocaine. Okay. Well, it's the same stuff that I get when I go to the dentist and have my teeth worked on. And literally, I walked into the dentist's office and they've just, you know. Hold on. They hung up. So they want me to go get a chest x-ray, an EKG, a complete blood work, because I have COPD. They want me to do a breathing test of some kind. And I'm like, you know what? This is bullshit. You're going to put a needle in my hand. It's not like you're opening me up. You are only basically giving me a shot. And then you're going to work on a very specific spot on my body. This is all unnecessary. So at this point, basically, I'm arguing with them because it's a scam. They are trying to get me to spend more money because every one of those tests is $50 a piece. Every one of them, minimum $50. They just want me to go and get these tests done. And then by the time it's all said and done, I'm paying at least $200 out of pocket just for the copays, not to mention, anything that they charge that's not covered by the insurance. And here, I've actually had doctors that I've gone in for testing. Hey, Michelle, I've gone in to have a test done, and they've looked at my deductible, like my portion, where it says, oh, I have to pay X amount before the insurance kicks, totally in. So like my portion of it is like $1,500. I've gone in and had doctors say that the copay to do something was $1,500. Like they want that whole, they want the whole kitty, so to speak. And it's not just once, it's happened a couple of times. When our youngest daughter was still living here in town and she was under 25, she was still on her dad's insurance, and she had an issue with her hand, with her arm. It would go numb, and it wasn't just like normal. It would just go numb. She'd be walking down the street and it would go numb. So we went to go and have it tested. And so they wanted to do the nerve conduction testing, which is exactly what they do for the carpal tunnel. And I had one done about 5 months before that. And so I went in and they charged me $50, and then they did the test, and then they sent me a bill for like $130 of what was not covered. And I was like, okay, cool. She goes in, she went to see a different doctor. She goes in to see that doctor, and that doctor has his staff look up her insurance. They looked up her insurance, and it said on her insurance that she had a personal copay per person on the insurance of $1,500, and he wanted to charge her $1,500. And I went, what? No. So yeah, I mean, it was just a, blatant money grab. Well, if you have to have a $1,500 deductible, then we're going to make you pay that $1,500 to us. No, jackwad, that's not the way insurance works. Yes, I have a $1,500 deductible that I pay at $50 a pop throughout the year. Not, I'm going to pay the whole $1,500 to you. And the guy even had the nerve, that the doctor's office even had the nerve to tell us that it had to be in cash. What? Nope. Nobody, nope. Have a good day. Oh, am I all out of? Oh, I think I'm out of. I am. Oh, caca-doo-doo. I said bad words. I said caca-doo-doo. Yeah, because it's insurance fraud. Let's see. Yeah. Had to grab another piece of parchment.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now he's walking around with this tooth still in his mouth.
3/4
by 5 3/4.
I want to know if I rip it out of my skull and put it on the counter for myself, it charge me half.
Needless to say, he's a little touchy about the whole thing. What the hell did I do with it? I just lost that card. Ah. I scare myself sometimes.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, yeah, they don't even try to put me in those machines. They have open MRIs, and that's the one I have to be put in because I've broken 2 of them now. Those tiny little tubes, yeah. Taking 2 of those things out. And welcome home, Francis. I had to have the MRIs done when I broke my back. And they gave me like 40 milligrams of Valium. And I went in to have the Valium to do the arthrogram where they have to put the dye in before the MRI. And they shoot it right into your joint. And so he was putting the dye into my joint. And I balled up my fist and I went to swing on him. And he looked at the nurse and he was like, "Did you give her the Valium?" And the nurse is like, 40 milligrams. I broke it up, watched her eat it. He was like, "Holy shit." Then he glanced over and he realized that my husband was sitting outside. And this is my former husband, was sitting outside. And he's one of those guys that he the best way to describe him is dum dee dum dee dum 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 dum. Okay? But then he gets ticked off and he expands by about 3 feet. His chest just opens up. And he's scary looking because my ex-husband is an ex-Dirty Dozen biker. So he's sleeved on both sides and he's scary looking. And this is the father of my children. And it was so funny because he looks over and my ex-husband stands up like, "Why is she swinging?" And the doctor looks at his nurse. He's like, "Could you go close the door?" He didn't want to go to the door. And I was like, "I'm fine, honey." And then they put me in the MRI machine, and it's an open MRI, and he's sitting next to me trying to keep me calm because they're aware that I'm claustrophobic. And he's got like all these like 4-year-old magazines that he's trying to read me articles and stuff while they're doing 15 different MRIs. And finally he runs out of stuff. And the doctor was like, we came out and the doctor was like, I have to be honest, I was a little intimidated by him, but then I watched him and he's just like a big teddy bear. Yeah. But it's nice to have somebody who looks intimidating. Now, Mike, on the other hand, he's silent and deadly. Don't lick your lips. Don't blink. Never had this problem once you made the list. Exactly. Once you're in there and they go, okay, now we need to be really careful. Make sure that you don't twitch. You're in there going, you want me to what? Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go grab something real quick. Just going to fill up my soda. You guys, look at Arlene's box. Come on, everybody likes Arlene's box.
Is that hers when you die?
Yeah. You tell her she can't die before me because
What'll happen to the bomb?
when I die, she has to take the box. It's Golden Girls kind of morning, huh?
I thought that the giant vat of coffee was too much.
Cracky big squirrel on caffeine? Not good.
With the giant,
Yeah.
bigger than my face bud, yeah, I thought it was probably not a good
When
idea.
you look like that
But also-
squirrel from Ice Age. Yeah, keep calm and eat cheesecake. I did that the other night.
Oh, from yeah, in the box.
I have to be honest, I was half tempted.
I prefer Mike's, but they're still okay.
I was half tempted to give you half of that burger, but then I started eating it and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
when you haven't had one for a while, you gotta have the whole thing.
oh.
I understand.
I got Amy addicted to a burger at Jack in the Box.
Cheeseburger, you know, a bacon double
It's
cheeseburger.
a ultimate bacon double cheeseburger. And
Best burger, hands down, from a fast food place.
it is fantastic. And usually, and here's the thing, this is what cracks us up. They actually have a button on their register that says cut in half. Because we go in all the time and we only eat half of it because it's a huge burger. It's like 2 patties, 4 pieces of bacon, 3 slices of cheese.
But if you haven't had one in a month or more, you eat the whole thing hands down.
I bought one the other day and I intended to share it with her. And I opened it up and I smelled it and I went, oh, just one little bite and then I'll cut. Oh, no. Next thing I know, I have down to the last bite and I'm looking at the dog going, okay, fine.
Yeah, but you didn't have to tell me that and I never would have known.
Yeah, but then I would have felt guilty.
Oh, so
I didn't have to give you your pastry either. I could have just eaten it.
because I thought it was yours. I had a single, slightly passionate thought about you, but I let it go.
Carla, Jack in the Crack makes the best burgers and egg rolls.
I love their sourdough burger too.
Uh-huh, yeah.
That's a classic.
I think she's in her room. Yeah.
She's in the game.
Oh, she's in the game?
Lost in the wizard.
She's lost in the spiral. Yes, Sandy's a big one on the 2 tacos for $2 or whatever the hell it is. Every time we drive by, she's like, 2 tacos for $2? I'm like, I ain't going in there. But 2 tacos? No. No, because I know what that place is like.
But you know when Sandy's not with you, think it in your head, and when you drive by, it's $2.
I cannot stand their tacos. You either love them or hate them.
I like their burgers. I'm not a fan of their tacos at all. I like the crunchy ones from Taco Bell.
Now, I do like Jack in the Box's tiny tacos. That's where we get the tiny tacos.
I like the sauce that goes with it.
Yeah. But that's where we get the tiny tacos, and we like the tiny tacos.
Hi, ladies.
Yes, we know you're in the basement, darling. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle, you don't have a Jack in the Box. I'll tell you what. When Amy and I went on our trip, we were like looking for a place to eat. There was a Jack in the Box, and we were like, yay! Like two toddlers rolling in there. Oh. What was actually worse was we were in Podunk, Colorado. I don't know. It was some little town in Colorado just after the turnoff for Estes. And it was a nice little, I think it was called College Town, Colorado, or Collegeville or something like that. Anyway, it was a nice little town. And we were actually staying the night there. And we went past, and then I flipped around and started driving back. And we were on our way to the hotel. And Amy's like, did we miss it? I don't think we missed it. And I was like, she's pushing at Rhonda going, hey, what are you doing? And Rhonda's up there going, redirect, recalculating. And finally I pulled in and she went, L&L. We found an L&L Hawaiian, which is like one of our favorite Hawaiian places. The guy had just opened it. So we go in and we get our plates. We put them in the car. We drive to our hotel. Oh, the Addams Family meal with the purple burger? Yeah. Mike saw that for the first time the other day. He's like, huh? They make it with, it's potato bread, and they use purple potatoes.
Wrong about that.
I know. Now, Amy, on the other hand, you know, her inner spud. All right, let's see if we can find something, you know, word-wise that we want to use in here. Oh, I got it. Look at this one. See, these came in handy when we made these a couple weeks back. I think it should go over here. Wisdom. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and put this in here. No, put it right side up there, brain damage. Okay. It's not too smart if you put it in upside down. Oh, now she's here.
Thanks, One Talks Communication Business Technical Support. My name's Mike. Can I assist you? Sure.
No, we have Dairy Queen. That's like one of our favorites.
All right.
Us old folks.
To be honest, my spelling is atrocious. I can talk well, but I can't spell.
This needs some,
Could you do me the honor
you know,
of spelling that
faux brads.
accurately, please?
Oh, there it is.
Let's see.
I wouldn't have come close to that. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Here we go.
So what's your ticket number, Josiah? Appreciate it. Huh?
Pokey Tool.
Just in case anything funky happens, I've got you calling in from 405-522-0080. Is that a good number to reach back out to you in case we get disconnected or something? So,
Yeah, we have both.
awesome.
We have the Grill and Chill and we have the Dairy Queen.
Put this in my name while I got it here.
Oh, honey, you're just getting to that age. That's all. You're going to retire soon. And as soon as you retire, life's going to be better. When you retire, you and me, we're going to get an RV. We're going to drive around, leave our husbands at home. Mike and Roscoe can sit there and fish all day long.
Yay!
See? You and I can just go drive around the country. We'll go visit everybody else. Okay. I think we're going to make a journaling card out of this, or a tag. Maybe a tag. Then we're going to tuck it in. So let's get... We need a piece of paper. Yeah, we're going to tag this. So let me get some... Let me see what we got here.
All right, so
Perfect. Okay, let me get this out of the way.
I'll go from here and try calling them again and give you a call back.
We'll glue this down, and then we'll cut around it, and then we'll make a tag out of it.
Anything else you need? Just basically looking for an update on this, right? All right. Give me, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever to get through their IVR and at least attempt a couple times to see if I can get a hold of them. And I don't know how long the wait hold is, but once I'm done with them, I will give you a call back immediately and let you know what I found out.
Skizzers. My
Right,
very
Josiah,
bad
I
cutting
talked to
skills.
Technical support. I really appreciate your patience and understanding in this matter, and you, kind sir, will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Quay, huh? That's a very unusual name. I knew a Quay. He had a mother named La Quay. And yeah, his name was Quay Turner, as a matter of fact. How weird is that? That's not bad. 40 acres for 18K. That's not bad. Yeah, bye. We'll all come live with you. We'll all come, drop off our significant others with Mike and Rothko, and then take off. Just give them a fishing pole, 6-pack of beer.
Gonna need more than 6.
Right?
That's just the first hour. Are you ready?
Just drop them off and run away. Right? In my defense, I was unsupervised. Where is your husband? Fishing. Okay, so this was backwards. So I made the tag first, and now I'm going to make a pocket. But I really wanted to make the tag. Okay. Oops. Getting yurt. All right, we need a thing. They're at the bottom of the stack of things. I don't know if I want to do black or if I want to do craft. Maybe I'll just do purple. I don't have one, but I can make one. Let's do a purple. Get this. Get a piece of purple. Tarnation. Well, fiddle faddle. I don't have any purple over there. How do I not have purple? Come on, you guys know me. Purple's a good color for me. I use it a lot. I don't have any over there. Let me see. No. Nope. Nope. I got to do my paper stuff. Oh, well, I got this little strip. I might be able to get at least one out of there. Let's run it. Oh, these boxes got to go on the floor. Whew. A yurt is like a round tent.
It is. It's off the ground though.
But they're usually up off the ground. They use them a lot for like music festivals and stuff. Because they're pretty easy to put up and take down. Yurt. And because of the shape of them, they like hold in the heat really well and the cold, the coolness. So they're easy to.
Sometimes they're designed with like a fireplace in the center.
Yeah, sometimes they have like a fire, like a place to put a fireplace in the center, and they're really cool.
I looked into them. They're actually not that expensive.
We actually thought about doing that if we buy a piece of land. We put yurts all over it so people can come and visit.
Come see your yurt.
Come visit. We have craft retreats. We just put everybody in yurts. Roundhouse built and insulated on a decking. Built right. It weather's good and you have the wood burning stove. Yes, exactly. Yurt. All right, so I got a purple one. Okay, I got a couple purple ones, but I got one that we can put on here. Okay. And now I'm going to go in the box. Let's find something. Oh, I got a piece of purple. I have some purple. Let's do this. Purple. Through there. There. All right, so now that we've done this bass backwards, Let's put these in with these. Probably never use this color again, but we're going to put it in there. You know, I have to get a bigger container if that keeps growing. All right, so now we have this. Now we need to make a pocket. Yeah, because my dumb butt did this, you know. So now we need to make a pocket to put this in. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything interesting in here that we could use. No. Nothing. Yeah, they're quick to put up too. Let's see what we got. Nope. Look at that. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me. Somebody's highly demanding.
Yeah. Go there. This one, but we're going to cut it down because that's a bit much. Okay. So, Francis, how was the trip? Did you enjoy Salem, you little witch, you? Hello, Josiah? Hey, Josiah, this is Mike with Cox Advanced Technical Support, calling on a recorded line. So, come to find out, yes, they are not hands-off yet. We're able to get into the city, and we're seeing lots of traffic passing. It looks like a happy day, but they're not hands-off quite yet. So, all right, set it out an hour and check back with them. Let's see if they're hands off quite yet. All right, my pleasure. Anything else I can try to assist you with today, kind sir? My pleasure. I thank you for using Cox Business Technical Support and have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So tell us, what did you see? What did you do? I know you stayed at an Airbnb with the family, right? Was it like the whole fam or just part of the fam or? Just some strange people you never met? What? If they were cute, so you kept them? What? Damn it. Just. Very cool. I think it's fantastic when you visit places with little kids. Because you get to see it, like even if you've been there before, you get to see it again through a different eye set, through a different, and because when you first saw it, or the last time you saw it, it may have been completely different. Like I grew up going to Disneyland because I had an uncle who was actually an architect of the California Adventure that's there, Disney's California Adventure. He was one of the architects on that. He wasn't my uncle, was my mother's cousin's husband. But we grew up hanging out with his kids. And so he had generally free passes to the park. We could get in whenever we wanted to. And our cousins were there. The people we considered our cousins. They were second cousins, maybe. I don't know. Mom's cousins' kids. I don't know how that works out, but we would go, and he had free passes, annual passes, so we could go into the park anytime we wanted to. Really? Really? God, don't let this one find out. Okay, so we got some work done today. Not a lot, but we got some work done. So we're probably going to be working on this a couple more days. I don't know, guys. It's just not, I'm not moving as quickly as I might like with this one, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress. And when it's done, it'll tell us it's done, and we'll be able to stop. But until then, we'll keep playing with it. It's just not there yet. I'm going to have to go through my scrap bin because it's a mess. I mean, a mess. Y'all didn't even want to know what it looks like. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. All right. Journal. So we used to go to Disneyland all the time. And when I went with my kids for the first time, it was like I'd never been there, you know, because everything had changed from when I was younger. You know, because the movies change, and so what they're promoting changes and things like that. And so we went, and I got to see it as she saw it for the first time. And then I got to see it when my son went, and I watched my nieces go through it, you know, and it's something that I grew up with, but there were things that I didn't notice growing up about the park that my kids saw for the first time. And it was kind of cool to see that from their point of view. All right, let's see. What do we got? And that. Okay. So I always like to go places with kids because, you know. You didn't? Why not? How come you didn't get your tattoo, baby? All right, honey. I'll talk to you later. Be a good girl. So funny. Okay. I tell you, don't do what I wouldn't do, but you know, I can be bought for $1, so. All right, so we're going to call it a day today because Hubbard's at work. He's already been there for a while. Let's take a look at what we got going on in the world, shall we? Okay, because there's some things that we need to go over. What do we got? All right. So Monday's video sucked. Hated it. Tomorrow is Halloween. And I'm debating whether or not we're going to be doing art therapy. I have listed it, but I listed it for an hour earlier. Okay? So at 5 o'clock. So if anybody wants to come on, we're going to do it at 5. So let me just write it down so we remember. 5 o'clock. Art therapy. Okay? And then Friday, which is the 1st, we have our regular craft with me back at 6 p.m. and mixed media back at 6 p.m. Now, normally the sale is on the 7th, which is the following Thursday, but we're going to move it to Sunday, the 3rd. Okay, and that is the day that daylight savings ends, and Hubbard gets his tooth done, hopefully. Hubbard's going to get his tooth done or I'm going to hurt somebody.
Hubbard's going to hurt somebody.
So I'm going to do the sale on the 3rd this month as opposed to, and here's why. Because if I moved it to the following Saturday, which is what I would normally do, that puts it on the same day as Defy. Anybody doesn't know who Defy is? It's a charity, and it's the Disabled Artists Foundation or Art Foundation or something like that. Anyway, it's a small charity that if you're disabled, they send you art supplies. So, so they have their sale on the second Saturday of every month, which puts it on the 9th. I don't want to go up against that because, quite honestly, there's a lot of people that go in there, and the minute you schedule anything like a sale or anything at that time slot, there are some people that get upset about it. And I'm not saying that they're part of the charity, but they do get upset about it. So I want to skip that. So we're going to do it on the 3rd instead. So, and then mixed media style envelopes is the video for Monday. And then we're back on the 7th for art therapy, craft with me, and mixed media, all at regular times. So there's no extra video this week yet. I might put one in. You never know. And there's no extra video next week, but you never know. Again, I might put something in. So we got a couple of videos coming up, some snail mail stuff, some time card stuff. And then there's some some viewer request stuff coming in. So it's going to be a pretty busy November. Now, normally I would have my countdown sale prior to Black Friday, so prior to Thanksgiving, and it would be the 5 days prior. So it would be the 22nd, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. And it would start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, but I've decided that what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to do it in January. So I'm going to be doing the countdown sale in January this year. I am going to have it. We're just going to do it in January. Okay. So, don't forget, those of you that are on the Patreon that are at the level where you get that pre-sale, you can get a copy of that list prior to the sale, should you desire to do so. Just gives you the chance to get stuff, before it goes public at the lower prices. So, I think that's everything. All right, so I think that's everything. So, as I said at the beginning, I have the Minute Mystery all selected for this week. I'm going to get that posted. I did edit a video and then I hated it, so I didn't post it. I did set up, we're scheduled for this week. Like I said, the only change this week's schedule is going to be on Halloween. Instead of having art therapy at 6, we're going to have it at 5. Okay. And then I'm working on 2 sets of videos right now. I had to do the math out. One of these, 2 of these. Here, this one. I have a whole stack of these things sitting next to me that all have different projects in them. So the first one, as I said I would do, is this pocket folio from him. It's one folio. It's $8. This retails at $8. So I have a version of it, and my version can be made from 2 different things. So I have 2 different ways of doing it. So I'll be doing that video, which is probably going to get filled in. It's going to be those fill-in videos for the, hey, there's no extra video this week. And then the second one, he has that video. Let me grab these real quick. It's file cards, these ones, and we duped them. Well, he came out with another one called File Cards 2. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be something different. No, it's not different. Let me be honest with you. It's not. It's crap. But I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. The first one is like an accordion thing like this. That's one. Another one is this like a pocket with a hole in it. Really? There's a coin envelope that just has a different kind of flap on it. It's the way it's cut. There's literally just a card that goes into a library pocket. There's a library pocket in there. So I did that one. And then he has a whole other thing where he does these file folders. So I did some file folders, not part of that kit, but still part of, same thing. So I'm going to do one video where I'm going to show you how to do all of the things that are in that kit. Okay. So we're going to have those videos coming up. So I got a lot of stuff that I got to get filmed that I'm going to get done as quickly as I possibly can and get it posted. And hopefully, get them up as quickly as possible. Anything else? Nope, that's it. All right, so if you're new, push the button and subscribe. Why not? If you're not and you've been here, make sure you check your subscriptions to make sure that everything that you want to see is still checked and that you're getting all the notifications that you want to get, because YouTube went through and did that thing again where they shut everything down and decide who you're going to watch, and who you like and who you want to watch and how much of that you want to see. So, yeah, they do it all the time when they mess up the algorithm. What else? Check the community tab. There's also a list on Facebook. Both of those are going to tell you everything I got going on, if I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, where I'm going, what free classes I have coming up, if I'm doing any free offerings or anything like that. Check out my Patreon. All kinds of great benefits over there. You can even do a 7-day free trial. And you can go over to Ko-Fi and pick up some free digitals. No problem. Go over there and check those out. And until I see you again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.